no particular order, we start with the Blue Impulse, Japan's elite display team formed in 1960 that transitioned from F-86 Sabres to the agile T-4 trainer flown today. Guided by expert leaders like Commander Kato, they are legendary for painting the sky with intricate smoke shapes. Their most iconic moment came during the 1964 Olympic opening ceremony when they drew perfect colorful rings, stunning a massive global audience. The Thunderbirds took to the skies in 1953 as America's first official supersonic team, evolving from the F-84 to today's roaring F-16 Fighting Falcon. Pioneering pilots like Nicole Malachowski shattered barriers in their ranks while perfecting their signature bomb burst maneuver, wearing a patriotic red, white and blue livery. Their high-speed passes at international air shows continuously push military aviation limits. The Black Eagles are South Korea's pride, flying their own locally built T-50B Golden Eagle since getting permanently back together in 1994. Under skilled leaders like Major Young, they have been wicking up crowds worldwide with wild stunts like their Taeuk maneuver, which literally draws the national flag in the air. Their big breakout was at the 2012 Waddington Air Show, where they swept up the top global trophies. The Red Arrows are the face of British flying, kicking things off for the Royal Air Force back in 1964. Flying the agile BAE Hawk T1, legendary pilots like Peter Bedford helped build their famous Diamond 9 shape. They have flown over 5,000 shows globally, and between their massive international tours and those iconic thick red and blue smoke trails, they are a massive crowd favorite everywhere they go. Solo Turk rolled out in 2011 to celebrate the Turkish Air Force's big centennial, using a single, aggressively styled black and gold F-16 to change the solo stunt game. Ace pilots like Major Murat Kelle pushed the fighter to its absolute breaking point with insane low-altitude turns. Their wild, award-winning performance at the big Royal International Air Tattoo is still talked about as a truly legendary moment in aviation history. The Blue Angels were set up by Admiral Chester Nimitz back in 1946 to get people hyped about naval aviation. They started out in old F-6 Hellcats, but today they tear it up in the heavy FA-18 Super Hornet. Early bosses like Roy Vorris set the insane standard where they fly just inches apart in their diamond pack. Moving into roaring jet engines back in 1949 was a massive technical leap that changed their air shows forever. Frecce Tricolori hit the scene in 1961 as Italy's top squad, and they actually run the biggest formation in the world, with 10 Amarchi MB339 jets. Crazy talented flyers like Mario Naldini perfected their wild Scampanata stunt, leaving massive green, white and red smoke trails behind. They bounced back from the brutal 1988 Ramstein crash, rewriting the rules on how airshow safety works. Patrouille de France is a total classic, tracing their roots way back to 1931 and currently tearing it up in the nimble Alpha jet. Groundbreakers like Virginie Guillotte, the first woman to lead a major demo team, ran their tight artistic shows and famous Concorde shape, a massive staple during Bastille Day flyovers. Their super smooth styling and bright-colored smoke are the ultimate symbol of elite French flying pride. Russian Knights shocked everyone when they formed in 1991 because they fly heavy, fully armed Su-30 fighter jets instead of light trainers. Legendary bosses like Igor Tkachenko pushed these massive combat beasts through tight stunts like the Kubinka Diamond. Their huge international debut out in England proved to the world that these giant supersonic warplanes could pull off wild loops with total acrobat grace. Patrouille Suisse has been repping Switzerland since 1964, flying the classic, super sleek F5E Tiger II painted in bold national red and white. Longtime bosses like Daniel Hesley mastered the art of flying inches apart through tight, dangerous mountain valleys, famous for their wild tunnel stunt at the annual Lauberhorn ski race. Their unbelievable split-second timing makes them a legendary crew to watch live in action. Swifts, also known as Strizi, have been showing off serious Russian air power since 1991 inside the twin-engine MiG-29 Fulcrum fighter jet. Talented aviators like Valery Murosov pushed the aircraft's extreme high alpha angles to the absolute limit. often flying right beside the Russian Knights, their big solo debut at the Reims show in France proved their signature hammer stunt can totally blow crowds away. The Snowbirds are Canada's pride, flying the vintage CT-114 tutor trainer since 1971, proving you don't need supersonic speeds to put on an incredible show. Leaders like Colonel George Miller helped design their massive, crazy Type 9 aircraft formations, famous for their signature double-cross stunt. Their huge cross-country tours across North America are a wild display of old-school, ultra-smooth military teamwork. Saudi Hawks took off back in 1998 to mark the kingdom's big centennial, flying bright green BAE Hawk trainers that look exactly like their national flag. Heavy-hitting pilots like Abdullah Al-Ghamdi helped launch the team onto the global stage. Their famous green ribbon maneuver actually landed them straight into the Guinness World Records for drawing the single largest and most accurate national emblem ever seen up in the sky. Surya Kiran started up in 1996 to flex the Indian Air Force's elite piloting skills, eventually upgrading from their old Kiran trainers to the advanced Hawk jet. Top commanders like Wing Commander Ajit Kulkarni brought the squad back to life after a brief hiatus, instantly recognized by their bright orange and white planes. Their terrifying synchro cross maneuver is always the absolute biggest highlight at Aero India. Al-Fursan, which translates to the Knights, exploded onto the scene in 2010, flying striking black and gold Air Maki MB 339 jets for the United Arab Emirates. Under the early leadership of Colonel Nasser Al-Obeidli, they made a massive international debut at the Dubai Air Show. They are famous for their unique UAE map trick, using 4 different smoke colors to paint their national flag right across the sky at big European air shows. Midnight Hawks are Finland's best, coming together in 1997 from a tight group of frontline flight instructors flying the rugged BAE Hawk jet trainer. Legendary pilots like Captain Teemu Pisti helped shape their signature 4-ship box formation, famous for flying in the brutal, low-visibility winter weather of Northern Europe. Their big milestone show at the Air Force Centennial proved they can handle anything. The Rafale solo display started up in 2009 to push France's premier multi-role fighter to its absolute structural breaking point in a wild show of pure power. Highly decorated pilots like Captain Babs have won massive international trophies by ripping through high-G vertical climbs, blowing away crowds at the massive Paris Air Show. This single-ship demo perfectly displays the insane neck-snapping agility of a Delta wing jet. Zeus F-16 demo team is Greece's premier single-ship display, flying a Block 52+ fighter packed with unique conformal fuel tanks. Groundbreaking aviators like Major Georgios Papadakis perfectly mixed raw military power with smooth tactical flying, famous for their striking tail art of the ancient Greek god. The Sherdils, which translates to Lionhearts, started at the Pakistan Air Force Academy back in 1972 before growing into a world-class display team. Switching over to the agile K-8 Karakorum jet, leaders like Wing Commander Shakil Ahmed heavily elevated their global profile, famous for their tight 6 ship loops and rapid synchronized rolls. Their big international debut at Zhuhai completely proved their world-class status. The Silver Stars have been repping the Egyptian Air Force since 1974, flying the nimble K-8E Karakorum jet painted in a bright white and blue look. Early pioneers like General Mostafa El-Sadek laid the groundwork for their tight routines. Their most incredible famous milestone is flying their tight formations directly over the pyramids of Giza, creating what is easily the single coolest backdrop in all of airshow history. Black Knights show off the high-tech edge of Singapore, flying the powerful F-16 Sea Fighting Falcon since they first came together back in 1973. Sharp commanders like Lieutenant Colonel Joseph Leong guided the team through major modern overhauls, best known for absolutely wowing home crowds at the massive Singapore Air Show. They are famous for a tight crescent and star formation that perfectly mirrors their national flag. August 1st is China's top-tier aerobatic team, formed in 1962 and named to honor the military's official founding date while flying the modern J-10C combat jet today. Command pilots like Colonel Cao Zhenzong have smoothly guided the team through high-profile international debuts over in Moscow. Famous for their intense colored smoke and tight loops, their signature 6-ship displays are a brutal, high-speed flex of absolute military jet power.